I never plan to become a police officer. Tiba-tiba dia kata, okay, yang ini stay, yang ini balik. Alamak, dapat pula. So, got information that the communist group is coming back, ambush me. The communist came. There was a firefight. My corporal kena tembak dekat. He passed away. In my arm. Okay, meninggal. I am going to repay back. Ini hutang pakcik akan tutup. This is my new place. That is my first indoctrination to FP. I came in, packed my bag, get a room ready. I was introduced to the big boss. Okay, Kalam, tomorrow morning get ready. You are into the jungle. Masuk hutan. Next morning, I was sent by Land Rover to Benter, from KL to Benter, sampai Benter. I didn't know there was a airstrip in Benter, di mana kapal terbang boleh turun. This is the first time I knew kat situ ada lapangan terbang rupanya. So I went there. Lepas tu helikopter datang, jump into the helicopter. There are few Chinamen with me, about 4 or 5 Chinamen. Saya kata, mana lagi ni orang helikopter ni? I was another guy, Malay guy, my sergeant Yusof, with orang Melayu, yang lain lima Cina. So I was wondering, who are these fellas? It doesn't look like field force. They don't dress like field force, but they are carrying weapons. Why? So we flew to a kawasan dia dalam hutan Hulu Kelantan. Actually, the flight was a 2 hours flight. I dropped inside. Then in the helicopter, I was given the instruction: you are to bring out a group of communist terrorists, negotiate for their surrender and bring them up. That's the instruction. So I went in. Then only I knew yang 5 orang yang dengan saya ni semua bekas-bekas komunis. Just imagine that night I cannot sleep. Cannot sleep because bangun ni besok boleh bangun hidup ke tak ni. Tiba-tiba orang yang Cina ni datang sembelih saya, mana saya tahu. I don't know, because I don't know them. I was only introduced, ini Acong, ini nama saja, but I don't know what dia punya background. They are communist terrorists yang dah ada yang surrender, ada yang kita tangkap, and then turn over, and they are looking for us. So that is the first operation that I did, yang my exposure to that. We went in, did the negotiation, and brought out 14 orang komunis, fully armed. Bawa dia jalan kaki daripada kawasan hutan tu. 2 minggu kita jalan kaki keluar, until we reach Padang Tengku, Kuala Lipis, by foot. Negotiated sampai tepi hutan, Land Rover datang, angkat, kita balik. That was the first off. Balik rumah, ingatkan boleh rest. Sebab field force selalunya balik adalah 2 sebulan ke rest gitu. Ya, tak lah. Saya balik, baju tak kering lagi, dah masuk balik. And the operation we did, kita tak pernah masuk lebih dari 5 orang. Will be 5, kadang-kadang 2 orang pun ada masuk operation. I remember one operation, saya masuk 2 orang, all the way, bawa motor masuk dalam hutan. Saya bawa sangkar burung. Dalam sangkar burung tu ada hand grenade 8 biji. Saya bawa pistol je. My colleague pun bawa pistol. We went in to check the traces for community camp. Jumpa camp tu. Kalau lah ada balas tembak masa tu, saya tak tahu. Memang backup tak ada. So Masa tu tak ada fikir takut ke, tak ada apa. To me, hutang tak payah lagi. I want you to pay this hutang. I'm waiting for the time. Bila saya boleh dapat bayar balik hutang ni. That semangat berkobar-kobar. Operasi saya tak pernah kata tak nak pergi. I will go. I don't care. Even my wife, if he knows about it now, he get angry. Because I never told her anything. We in 2017, then kita baru cerita, kita sebarkan cerita F ni. That was the only time my wife knew about my involvement in that. Saya tak pernah cerita dengan dia di mana saya pergi. Sampai dia cakap, do you know that at that time I was pregnant with our child, second child, and you volunteer to go to the jungle? I said yes. Dia pun tak tahu nak cakap apa. That was semangat pula ya. Semangat saya pangku orang sampai sekarang saya tak rasa lagi. That was operation demi operation, banyak operation yang berlaku sehingga saya dapat arahan. It was 1984, awal 84. The instruction was to go in to organize and track down a group of communist terrorists from the 21 Armored Force. Dia ada strength dia dalam 15 orang. To hapuskan di grup ni. Dia operating in Blue Selangor, Serenda, Rawang, Kuala Kubu, Rasa and all these areas sampai ke Selayang and all that. So I went in one group, Malay group. We went into a kampung, we went undercover, stayed in the kampung, jadi orang kampung, tinggal semua kerja polis semua sekali dah. Kerja memang kerja tanam ubi lah semua sekali. We did that, we did it. While I have another group consisting of 3 Indian personnel. They were inserted into another area. Itu untuk mendapatkan maklumat daripada penyokong komunis yang Indian. Because this group dia ada pelik sikit lah. Dia suka cari supporter from an Indian group. Saya tak tahu kenapa. Jadi bila ini berlaku, kita kena plan 3-prong plan. Malay group, Chinese group, Indian group, to working together. Jadi from F-team kita synchronize kita punya information collection. Jadi kita dapatlah gerakan grup ni, dapat source yang betul-betul berjumpa dengan grup. So one day in December 84, we got information that this group is meeting the main group of Pahang. This group ni 5 orang, dia akan naik ke Bukit Fraser. Daripada Kuala Kubu dia akan naik ke Bukit Fraser. Sampai ke Bukit Fraser, dia akan berjumpa dengan main group. Main group ni dia turun daripada area Rau. Dia akan jumpa dan they will replenish dia punya logistik, senjata, kebutuhan anggota semua sekali lah. So that was the time that we have to strike. Sebab apa? The main man is good. So when we rakit the area, tempat tu terlampau kecil. Kita tak boleh taruh ramai orang. The most yang kita boleh letak anggota untuk buat ambush 4 orang je. So we have 20 plus enemy personnel. We have 4 ni. So during the briefing, the boss tanya, you are the officer, you okay? You choose your man. So saya cakap lah, saya akan pergi. Who want to come with me? I'm not going. What I need to tell you is this: I'm not going to bring you back. You won't come back because ini kerja mati. Kita pergi, kita tak akan balik. Kalau ikut keadaan, kita tak akan balik. So ada 3 more personnel katakan we want to go. So to get prepared. Malam tu juga we went in around I think midnight. Dari situ kita naik. Kalau you have been to Bukit Fraser, the road is winding kan sampai Bukit Fraser. So we went up. Lepas saja ada pusat belia Pertak dekat I think 2 kilometer dari itu we drop. Kita punya sistem ni, kereta tu berjalan tapi orang dah lompat dah keluar, baling pack, lompat. Kereta jalan je terus. So kita berjalan balik, kita berjumpa balik, jalan from there to the point of ambush takes me 2 hours to walk. Sebab kita turun ke sungai tu dalam ni. Bayangkan pukul 3 pagi jalan air dalam ni, sejuknya telur pun hilang, sejuk je. So we went in, cross until we reach the ambush point. Kita siapkan ambush, duduk dalam ambush tu 19 jam. F is not like any other unit where you get ration. Ration maksudnya makanan lah. You dapat roti ke apa ke air ke. Kita tak ada. You nak makan, beli sendiri. We own money, you know. The government never pay. I got my pay was at that time was 500. Rumah lagi satu hal. Ni nak masuk hutan ni nak kena keluar lagi. Pergi kedai mamak beli roti kering, beli air kotak apa. Just for another operation. 19 hour punya operation. We went in. So 4 of us went in. Sergeant Ibrahim, Rosli Idrus, Ridwan and myself. 4 of us went in. 19 hours we waited. Daripada pagi, malam tu pagi kita sampai tu pukul 6 pagi dah sampai tempat pasal. Dia datang pukul 9 malam. At that time hujan. Kawasan Bukit Fraser sejuknya gila. We were there waiting. Lepas tu malam tu nampak lampu daripada bukit turun ke kami point. The sentry came and sat in front of me. Dia ada batu dari sungai, dia duduk atas batu. I was here, tak nampak saya tu menyuruh kan. Sentry sampai, dia signal semua orang turun. So the whole thing, Jingbang diri belakang dia. So we have we call it a Claymore mine. Claymore mine ni satu mine yang dia punya ball bearing dia ada 700 biji dalam dia. Sekali meletup 700 biji. So saya taruh 10 tau. Sekali 10. So bila dah tengok dalam keadaan masa I was wearing a night vision goggle, I can see them. They cannot see me. So confirm dia dah masuk dalam killing zone. Saya tekan dia punya, we call it a clacker lah, dia punya apa tu, alat untuk peledak lah. Saya tekan dia, the whole tank meletup sekali. And then we got fight. Yang sentry ni hidup, meletup belakang ni, dia pusing belakang. I can see him. He ran towards me. So I took out my gun, I shot him. 1, 2, 3, 14 kali dia tembak. Dia tak jatuh. Pasal senjata M16 dia laju sangat. Dia kena dia tak jatuh. Dia pegang M16 juga. Dia tembak. Dia berlari. Ya, lari di atas bukit. Saya tak ada buat follow up. Saya 4 orang. Sana 20 orang. Saya tak bergerak. Lepas letup, lepas saya tembak tu senyap. So our backup was all the way from Kuala Kubu town. Kuala Kubu to that post, that point takes around maybe 45 minutes sampai. So we waited. Tapi bayangkan, kereta nak datang nak buat apa? They don't know where the enemy is. We know, because we are inside there. Dia orang yang kat luar ni tak tahu. Kalau dia datang pun, dia akan silap-silap masuk perangkap. So they waited tepi jalan. Kami tunggu tepi dalam hutan, tunggu sampai cerah. Dah cerah, KP came out. Sure enough, ada 4 bodies there. Okay. And then I came out to Kuala Kubu, ada camp tentera kat situ. The brief tentera. Ada killing in their area. Orang tentera tu lah. CEO tentera tu dia berkata, dia kata you selalu SB ni selalu tipu. Di mana ada sampai 5 orang mati, 4 orang 5 orang. I said, fine, you can come to me now. Body dia ada lagi. Saya cuma keluar je nak beritahu. So brought him in. Bawa dia pergi. Show it now. One, dia ambil mayat dia. Lepas tu ada blood trail. Dia kata ini, orang ni saya dah tembak. You just do a follow up. Dia orang tunggu ranger daripada another unit datang dengan dog unit dia sekali. Oh, baru ikut. Tak sampai setengah jam dia ikut bertembak. Saya dengar tembakan. And then they came out carrying one body. Rupanya yang sini dah mati sebenarnya. Dia orang jumpa dia tengah pegang senjata, dia tembak dia. So that was the firefight lah. Kami bawa satu body balik, kami bawa 4 balik. That was one of the memorable things. Memorable because I think hutang sudah bayar. Dia ambil 1, saya dapat. We are Malaysian. We want to have a good stable government for us, for our children. Kalau kita masih lagi nak bincang masalah perbezaan ni semua sampai bila tak akan selesai. Benar. You cannot please everyone. Never. Even you have 5 children, you cannot please. Even your fingers are not same length, semua ada yang ada yang rendah. Same thing. Kita kena tukar sikit mindset kita. In the long run, I hope lah, whatever you all do, whatever you plan, please put aside your differences. You will have differences. A mutu will always be a mutu. You cannot be an Ahmad. An Ahmad cannot be a mutu. But they can coexist together. You are Indian guy, so what? Apa beza dia? I'm a Malay guy. I go anywhere, saya orang Melayu. I cannot. I'm proud to say I'm Malay. Same like you. You are proud to say Indian. So we are Malaysians. Itu saja.